guitar people? Welcome to Have Guitar Will Travel, presented by Vintage Guitar Magazine, with your host, me, James Patrick Regan, otherwise known as Jimmy from the Deadlies. And today I'm speaking with Eric Martin from Mr.Big and the Eric Martin Band. Eric tells us about his current tour plans, touring Europe with an all-star cast doing the Rock Meets Classic shows, and then the Masters of Voices shows in South America. And he gives us a few road stories from the past. Eric takes us through his guitars, a Gibson J-200 and Yamaha acoustic jumbos. Eric gives us a little bit of his history with bands around the San Francisco Bay Area and tells us about his vocal coach, Judy Davis, who has a lot of impressive credits. And Eric tells us about opening for AC/DC on their first U.S. tour and his interactions with Mike Varney, who would eventually recommend him for what would become Mr.Big. Eric describes having his band managed by Journey's manager, Herbie Herbert, and the brief amount of time he spent in the band Toto and a project with Neil Schon. And he discusses jamming with both Neil and Eddie Van Halen. To find out more about Eric, you can go to his website, ericmartin.com. That's ERICMARTIN.com. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and most of all, review this podcast. I'd really appreciate it. And please support Vintage Guitar Magazine and all the wonderful things they do for us guitar players, because they do so many wonderful things for us guitar players. If you'd like to support the show, I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/HaveGuitarWillTravelPodcast. Here's my buddy, Eric. Oh, hey.
You're in your car.
Exactly. It's my soundproof studio.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't want to mess with you. If you live in your car, that's cool. I mean, shit happens, hey, rock and roll, man. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So James Patrick Regan.
Yep.
One of my engineers, one of my producers was a guy named Pat Regan. Excuse me. Hold on.
It's allergy season.
God damn, yeah. I don't know what it is. I mean, I thought it was so pretty when I looked outside my front door. I went, oh, look at the cherry blossoms. And then all of a sudden,
when you tour now, so you're going to go on tour, you're going to go to Europe, right?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, not today.
No. Today I'm panicking because I have 2 weeks and I look around, I look at myself in the mirror and I go, oh, really?
Oh,
you look grabbing some fat, and I go, oh, shoot. Yeah, 3 months. And then I go, oh, shit, what am I going to wear? Oh, the worst. I used to be cool.
You still are cool.
I used to be cool back in the late 80s and early 90s. But then I just let it go. I just okay, just black jeans, black shirt, some kind of shirt over it, and I panic about that all the time. And the new one is, it's the same old shit. You're trying on a coat and you're like, oh, come on,
Well, you look great to me.
Oh, this is how this interview is going to go, is it?
No,
okay.
It's not. I have more questions.
Nature's Rouge.
Are you going to, are you taking just an acoustic guitar and you? That's it?
Yeah, I have my Yamaha somewhere around here.
So it's the Yamaha basically like your old J200? Like your old Gibson J200?
No, this has got to stay here because I'm going to blame it on the crew, but it was probably me, just swinging around so much and hitting something and it cracked. And then actually and I got it fixed, but another time I was in Greece, name dropping countries right now.
Very good.
Stay with me. Easy. And they broke the neck. And it's right when I played a gig for Gibson.
Uh-huh.
Like at the in Nashville.
Sure, yeah, at the Gibson garage.
Yeah, and they gave me this guitar actually.
Okay.
And then within a month, the neck cracked, and I sent it back to them, and they fixed it. But no way do I want to have this go out.
Yeah.
Because I write songs on that one, and then the Yamaha, which is like a Yamaha jumbo.
Sure. Yep.
It's red.
Yeah. Very
singer. Yeah. And I take that out on the road with me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you have another J200 too?
No, I've always had Yamahas.
Okay.
Even on our records, the Mr. Big records, it'll say, Billy Sheehan. I don't know when Billy Sheehan plays Yamaha bass, or not basses, but he has Yamaha equipment.
Yeah.
Paul Gilbert, Ibanez, Pat Torpey, Tama drums, and Eric Martin plays everybody else's stuff. And it actually used to say that. I used to go to the NAMM show and I'd wait all day with Paul. And at the end of the night, he'd go, "Hey, do you like that guitar?" And I go, "Yeah, it's beautiful." And he goes, and he'd give it to me,
Wow.
They were like gods there, so yeah, man, I paid for some guitars and I got some guitars free from the band and endorsements and all, but I've only ever played Yamaha. I got a couple, well, not a couple, I got a one Washburn.
Yep.
And then the J-200.
Yep.
The Binford 5000, and that's sorry.
That's
all right.
Okay. The pickup in the J200. What is it? Do you know?
You know what? The inside of this thing has busted a couple times,
Okay.
And I have this guy, Chris Barnett, awesome guitar repairman from Marin County. He works on like all the big stars, and I always go, tell me who, and he goes, "I can't divulge the, blah, blah, blah." And I go, "Do you ever talk about me?" And he goes, yeah, all the time. Like I'm nobody. I don't know.
Does it have a volume control inside the sound hole?
All it has is volume control. No, it has like a bass.
Oh, okay.
It seems.
Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Patrick Regan is back.
Look, you're looking right at me through my steering wheel.
Oh, no, I knew what I was doing when I saw it. You didn't have to explain it. I can see it. Like, oh my God, what is that? What is that big metal piece sticking out? Is that your... Wait a minute. All right.
That's a steering wheel. See, what happened is I have an actual space where I normally do this.
Yeah.
But it's really hot, and I have these chickens that are next door with my space. And when it gets hot, they get loud. And then it sounds like there's a chicken chorus, like laughing at what you say, and it's not good.
Dude, I can totally imagine it. And I can, yeah. I mean, it'd be like, I have turkeys in the neighborhood, and I don't go outside for any sort of interview stuff. But yeah, I understand.
Well, thank you for understanding. So when you go out, it's just you and a guitar? Like there's no band, nothing. It's just you and a solo acoustic.
No, well, I mean, like this rock concert series that I'm doing in 2 weeks. That's different. That's called Rock Meets Classic.
Yep.
And that's with Joey Tempest from Europe, Michael Schenker.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember. I feel bad that I can't remember the singer for Nightwish, but she's amazing. Robert Hart, a good friend of mine, great singer, makes me want to step up every time he sings.
Okay.
He sings for Manfred Mann, and then my buddy Ronnie Atkins from the band Pretty Maids from Europe. Okay. He's killer. He's got one of those hybrid kind of like heavy metal voices, and then just a absolutely beautiful voice, reminiscent of, I don't know, Eric Martin. Anyway, yeah, but he's got this rock and soul thing happening, and it's a power metal band with a 40-piece orchestra behind it.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and then me out.
So you don't put that together?
No, it's a series that's been going every few years.
Okay.
And I did it like 15 years ago with Ian Gillan was the headliner.
Wow.
Let me tell you this really quick story. So
yeah, please.
It's Ian Gillan, Mark Storace from the band Crocus.
Yeah.
John Wetton.
Okay.
He was live, and from Asia.
Yeah.
Rick Parfit, guitar player from Status Quo.
Okay.
And Gianna Giannini, which is like a really famous Italian rock star, female rock star in Italy. it was a big European show. It's always like that. So Ian Gillan he brings us all out to the front of the stage. He wants to meet us all. He doesn't know us.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows a couple of the older guys, and I'm only talking a few years older than me. That he kind of goes, "Oh, I remember you," but he goes, "I want to do a Smoke on the Water as an encore. Does anybody know it?" And like I'm looking around the room. I mean, even Mark Storace was like, "I know it, but I sang it in the shower," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Cotta," you know. And he goes, "What's your name, kid?" And I go, "Eric Martin." And he goes, "Okay. So can you take the second verse?" And I go, "Can I?" and then like every night for about 20 shows, he'd be doing it, singing the same. We all came down out to Montrose. And then he goes, "Take it, Eric." It was awesome. Every night. Yeah. So in this one, it's going to be Joey Tempest as the headliner.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up for anything because I really love that whole vibe.
Yeah.
But, take it, Eric. It's the final countdown. Why not, man? I can't wait. But then I do that, and I don't do Mr. Big anymore, unfortunately. That was like 2 years of farewell tour, second farewell tour, by the way.
Yeah.
And then I also play with Avantasia, which is a heavy metal, kind of a Trans-Siberian orchestra, but there's no Christmas songs. It's the genius of to be I can't even pronounce his name. Tobias Sammet.
Okay.
He's the main guy. But when I play the acoustic stuff, it's me and a guy named David Cottrell. He's from England. And him and I, he's a really great guitar player, but he's a killer acoustic player and singer. Stoke-on-Trent, England, and then we travel around the world. I mean, dude, in November, I was in China with him. And it wasn't just Shanghai and Beijing. It was like so many places. And I'm not trying, this is not me being racist or anything, but I couldn't pronounce any of the names that I went to.
Yeah.
It looked like a menu of a Chinese restaurant. I mean, it was like Guangzhou, Shenzhen. It was like, and I went to all these places, and we were the first sort of Western people there, and like in China. And
did they know? Were they familiar with your material?
They know To Be With You, and that's all that matters.
They don't know where there goes the neighborhood.
No, they don't. Yeah. What do you anyway? They, all over Europe, all over. We only did one show in America, opening to Y&T like a few years back at the Mystic Theater.
Oh wow, right.
Kind of funny.
Yeah. And do you play with Mark anymore, or not so much?
Choli?
No.
Mark Hawley.
Mark Hawley, yeah.
Is that who you mean?
Yeah, that's the last. Well, that's not the last time I see you, but I opened for you and Mark Hawley and the whole gang at the Rock Bar in San Jose.
Wow!
And look at me now.
A while ago.
And look at me.
Yeah.
It was the 4th of July.
Yeah, it was. Was it? It wasn't. What 4th of July was it?
I don't remember. It was 4th of July.
It was many Julys ago.
Maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah. Once in a while, I play with Mark. I mean, Mark's a big old construction head of big construction company, and it's hard for him to get off work.
Yeah.
And so we don't do any real big traveling together. We went to Japan.
Yeah.
A long time ago, but
I saw the video.
Yeah, I love playing with Mark. He's the most positive guy in the world, and he's a great guitar player and totally matches me singing wise. Same with this guy, David Cottrell. I think Mark Hawley, in a way, could have been like a blueprint to, in a way, because it's hard to sing with a lead singer. If you I'm a lead singer, but I can harmonize with just about anybody. Of course. I mean, it's just natural kind of thing, and that's what Mark has. Yeah. And I really like being around him. Plus, if I'm like winded or whatever, and I'm tuning my guitar for the umpteenth time on stage. It's like he reminds me of Jack Blades back in the early days. Like, well, it's great to be here. Thank you guys so much for coming to the county fair. Well, vote for me and I'll set you free. He's just got this really positive kind of statesman type of voice,
Yep.
Yeah, I dig him. He's a good guy. But yeah. I mean, I think we played I do some corporate shows as well.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. I've been playing these art gallery shows since I was in Japan in December, and I came home Christmas Day, got sick.
Oh no!
Christmas Day, I came home and I got some sort of rasarutus from being in Japan and the rest of Asia. Too bad too. It was such a great tour, and then I came home and my kids were supposed to come over. I live right down the street from my ex-wife, actually.
Okay, on purpose.
Yeah, they're not kids. I mean, they're 21-year-old twins.
Uh-huh.
And they go, "Dad, you're home. Can we come by and give you, your present?" And I had like presents as well. But I go, "I'm not feeling that great." And they go, "Dad, you're going to want to see this. And it's going to be perfect timing for you that you're sick." They got me like this brand new PS5 thing,
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of into the video games. And so I'm not cheap, but they brought this PS5 over, but it was a digital, and you can't put your games in it.
Okay.
You got to buy them online.
Oh, wow.
And so they go, "Dad, just check it out." And so I bought this game for like $5.
Uh-huh.
And I've been playing it for like the last 2 months for $5. Got my more bang for my buck. But anyway, yeah, I got really sick. And then the whole month of January, and I was run down in the beginning of February. And then I did play some corporate shows. And now I'm kind of gearing up for this Rock Meets Classic. After that, I'm going to Japan again to play some shows. And also, it's hard to explain this, but I made a short documentary called The Life and Times of Me, with little M and a big E.
Okay.
And it's just a little bit more about like my mother and my father and my children and I guess kind of started in the music. It's little interviews and stories and funny moments and stuff. Not a lot of stuff about the middle of Mr.Big, of all the stuff that we did.
The hoopla.
More like how we got together and how we ended like twice. And then it's going to be theatrical release in Japan.
Okay.
And then after that, I go to, it's something called Masters of Voices. With me, it's this really incredible metal players, a band behind us. Mm-hmm. Most of them are from the band Angra, if you're like into heavy metal, like from South America. Me, Jeff Scott Soto.
Okay.
And it says like Jeff Scott Soto, Talisman, Journey. Edu Falashi from Alma and Angra. Tim Ripper Owens from KK Priest and Judas Priest and Iced Earth. And Everton from Mr. Big. That's it, And I know I don't have any big bunch of bands. But anyway.
From Kid Courage.
Yeah, right. Kid Courage. That's classic.
Were you guys? So was Kid Courage?
Your research.
No. Was Kid? I saw you ask Kid Courage. Was it a band based? Were you guys based in Sacramento, or were you based in Hayward at Castro Valley?
No. Kid Courage is a San Francisco band. I was in Sacramento.
Okay.
Like 18-year-old. And it was. I answered an ad in a magazine called Rock and Roll News. I mean, nobody was clever back then. Rock and Roll News, and it said, "Wanted male singer to front rock band in San Francisco." So I got my girlfriend to take me to the audition in San Francisco, and we were in a fight too. So she was going to just drop me off. And so I had to get this gig so I could like spend the night on these guys' couch or just be homeless in the streets of San Francisco and hitchhike my way back to Sacramento. And, but when I called first, the guy goes, I go, hey, it's Eric Martin, and I really want to audition for this band. And he goes, okay, well, this is some of the songs you're going to audition with. And he goes, do you know Heartbreaker by the Rolling Stones? I go, yeah, it's great. And he goes, hey, listen, we need a male singer. And I'm like, no, I just have, like I had like a really super high voice. And I'm like, well, that's rude. But and I went to San Francisco and I did get the audition. I got the lead singer job. But my girlfriend left me.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. We're still friends.
Okay.
50 years later, 55 years later. So, it's a San Francisco band, Kid Courage. The Hayward stuff, that is 415, and then later Eric Martin Band.
Yeah.
Yeah, get your story straight, son.
You got Kid Courage jumping for AC/DC.
So anyway, that's right. 1978, 2 shows.
Old
Waldorf on Battery Street.
Yeah.
It was incredible. There was another band too. They were a really good band. They were called Kilowatt, and they wanted that gig so bad. Everybody in town wanted to open to AC/DC, and I was like, I promise you, I was like, I didn't know their music, and because it was it wasn't really on the radio yet. It was just a word of mouth, you know.
Yep, they're brand new.
I thought it was the way that sounded. I thought it was like, because San Francisco was so synonymous, with punk rock kind of music, and I thought it was a punk rock band. And I was just excited. It's like, wow, we're gonna play with a band from Australia, and I might make some money. So I get off this guy, I wasn't making any money, but I was sleeping on the band's couch in the band house on 10th and Clement in San Francisco.
Wow.
And I thought, I'm making some money, man. Maybe I'll be able to buy some cereal. So we opened AC/DC, and then I played pool there was a pool table in the middle of the room. Basically, the backstage went on to be the Punchline Comedy Club.
Yep, right next door.
That room.
Yeah.
That room was just gigantic room with nothing in it, couple chairs, a pool table, some construction ladders and paint, and there's nothing there. But I, played pool with Bon Scott, and, both bands are dressing out. But I just, and Kid Courage, man, we thought, we never dressed like this, but we thought, like, let's change our image a little bit. And we all wore like suits, but like pants and vests, but like kind of almost suit looking.
Yep. Yeah.
I remember wearing like this gray pants and gray vest and a white shirt, and we had long hair, and it was like, this is a cool look. Almost kind of remind me of Michael Desbars when he was in that band Detective.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I go, man, this is a cool ass look. And I'm looking at AC/DC, and I'm like, what's going on there, man? Schoolboys, everybody's got their shirt off except the schoolboy, Yeah. And they're all like, no, I'm not going to say little guys, because I was a little guy. I was like only like 5'7", and they all looked about 5'7", right? Mm-hmm. Except the bass player maybe like had a little. But Bon Scott looked a little taller, but maybe not.
Yeah.
And but yeah, memorable show, because the old Waldorf only held 650 people maybe.
Yeah.
2 shows sold out, and God, man, after that, when I didn't see the sound check, we played our sound check. And like, again, I wish I would have paid attention. I didn't hang out at sound check or hanging out with them. I went out and probably had a hamburger at Hamburger
Mary's.
Mary's or something, right? So we came back and then we saw the show, and it was absolute mind blown.
Yeah.
How they could play, they played the jack for about like 15 minutes. She's got the jack. And it was like, I'd never seen anything like this before. Live wire,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah. And Bon was a really, really great entertainer.
Uh-huh.
Had that voice, very distinctive voice, but like he was like pointing at people and gathering people, and not just like, I mean, like for years, I used to run around and get all winded and that kind of thing. But nowadays, it's just kind of standing there like Paul Rogers rocking back and forth.
Sure.
But Bon was just flying everywhere.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
How early on did you meet Judy Davis?
Yeah. I was in 415.
Okay.
And we took we took lessons with a group.
Uh-huh.
So it was the place was kind of small. It was in College Avenue in
Oaktown.
Berkeley or Oakland, whatever. And it was all 6 members of the 415, later on Eric Martin band.
Yeah.
And then like 2 or 3 other or 4 other people, singers in the Bay Area.
Okay.
And when I first was introduced to her, her story was she taught Eddie Money, Vicky Carr, singer, and had a little bit to do with maybe Tony Bennett, that kind of thing, and some rockers. But I didn't pay attention. I was like going, "Wow, she taught Eddie Money. That's cool."
Yeah.
And she'd always single me out. Like everybody else was fundamentally correct. They were like, we would sing like Blue Moon.
Yes, of course.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Well, they would do it. She'd have us do it like really like almost phonetically.
Sure.
Blue moon, you saw me. Very, and that was part of the vocal lesson too. And I'd be joking around. God, still to this day, clown prince of rock and roll over here, disrupting the class, not believing in it. But she taught me breath control, diction, because I had really poor diction.
Yep.
Because I was thinking, man, no one, I wrote lyrics, and they weren't that good back in the day. But I emulated like Mick Jagger, and I was like saying a lot. I didn't. It was more attitude and not, how important the message is.
Sure. Yeah.
And she'd go, but I always hit those high notes, and nobody could. And so she'd be playing piano, ding, 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 and she goes, "Okay, Eric, let's go." And I go like, "Wow," doing, and she'd go, "You are just a troublemaker, but you're the best one in class." And I go, and then she started teaching me, like tutoring me, just solo stuff.
Yeah.
I still have the vocal lessons, and I still do them. Check this out.
The eases, the vocal eases,
dude.
The hay downs.
Here, I'll find you an X. This is.
You try out open to air and project.
That's her.
Yeah.
She, I didn't pay attention, but I really loved her. This was the hardest. No. She goes, Lee Lou. And oh my God, dude, it was like, Lee. It started in this key. Lee Lou, Lee Lou, Lee Lou, Lee Lou. Lee Lou. And we're like, it was so high. And I've seen there was something on TV years ago on Channel 7, Eyewitness Reports or something.
Yeah.
Carol Jennings was the TV personality. And she goes, "Okay, do it." And I'm wearing this black and white shirt. Everybody in the whole band, it almost like, you looked at everybody else, everybody's wearing a black and white shirt or a blue and black shirt, 80s. And she goes, okay, let's go. And I'm like, let's, doing my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it last night. And I was like oh my God, I can't believe I got that far. And then I listened to the rest of the tape and I had 5 more Lelus to go. And I was like, oh, dude, you got to get your shit together. 2 weeks going on tour. All right.
How did you make the transition from Kid Courage to Mile High? Or was it Mile High when you joined, or did it become 415?
Yeah, it was Mile High. So Kid Courage kicked me out of the band, actually.
What? I'll bet they're kicking themselves now.
Yeah, yeah, they're over now. But no, I've never been contrary to popular belief, I've never been a prima donna. It's hard being a leader sometimes. You gotta I'm trying to yell at somebody, but no, that's not the way it is. This is the way I want you to play it. But I sort of believe the hype a little bit. Like Bam Magazine used to say, Eric Martin is Kid Courage.
Oh, no.
And it kind of went to my head a little bit, because I was getting shit by the band,
Yeah.
Dude, you're not coming to practice. And I go, well, I got a girlfriend, which kind of screwed it up too, because the girlfriend was the keyboard player's sister. And it was like, dumb move. A dumb move. And I didn't go to practice. And at one time, my manager, this guy, Sandy Einstein, I was playing at the Catalyst in Santa Cruz.
Sure.
And I'm singing my songs. And he goes, I counted that you did. Remember back are you a singer?
For lack of a better term.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're a singer from way back.
Yep, for the most part, yes.
Years. Okay. I remember back in the 80s, this is a cool thing to do. It's like, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, I counted that you did yeah 18 times. and I go, it's not bad. And he goes, in one song. Right? And he goes, and I have the reel to prove it. And then I was like, oh shit, do I really want to be in this band anymore? Getting in the scrutiny screen, the gauntlet where they hit me, and so they booted me, and it was like, oh, it was a sad day too, because I was out of that house. Mm-hmm. I was still sleeping on that couch, in between that couch and my father's couch in Larkspur.
Oh wow!
And then I swear to God, man, you're not gonna believe this. Bam Magazine again. I'm opening it up, flipping through the page, and in the back had this big ad, lead singer wanted, but it said Eric Martin wanted.
Oh,
Lead singer Eric Martin wanted.
Wow.
And it was like $100 reward to find this dude, right? And I'm like, the fuck? I couldn't believe it, right? And I'd already gone home to Sacramento to wash, 10 tons of black clothes. Uh-huh. And my mother goes, Eric, somebody's on the phone. And I, grab that Princess phone. And this guy goes, hey, tracked you down. No, I called them. That's right.
Okay.
I called them and I go, hey, this is Eric Martin. You're looking for a lead singer. And he goes, oh my God, can you don't have to audition. You're in the band if you want it. And all I cared about was like, can I get the $100 reward? And I go, absolutely. I mean, I didn't have money.
Yeah.
I had nothing. The girlfriend of the keyboard player's sister. Sister. If I said daughter, I didn't mean that. Yeah, no, keyboard sister. Player's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes. That was over, and I was going out with this other girl, who I don't know if she wasn't pregnant by me, but she was pregnant by somebody else, and she was living with I told this to Mike Varney too. Mike Varney still remembers this thing, and he caps on me all the time. She was living in a home for unwed mothers, right? And at nighttime, I'd sneak in the window and sleep with her because I didn't have a place to sleep because Kid Courage had booted me out.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was in Sacramento, and I went to Santa Rosa, and I was in the Stark Raving Mad band. and that was Paul Taylor from Winger.
Yeah.
Earlier on in life.
Yeah.
And ironic, and then I started going out with his sister too, which is, I know, I fucking can't stop. And we lived in Santa Rosa on Mark West Springs Road. They had the family had a house, two psychiatrists, mother and father, and there was Paul, and then his sister Nina and me. We all lived there, and then. We moved to L.A.
Okay.
And to Woodland Hills. We actually got kind of a spec deal on Bearsville Records, which was Todd Rundgren and Foghat.
Yeah.
And we kicked around, and we had a backer from Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Pouring money into us. I know it's kind of a long story short, but short story long. But every week, me and my buddy Tony Finucci, or another guy in the band, we'd drive to Beverly Hills and we'd throw like pebbles up to this guy's 3-story house. And it'd be like 2:00 in the afternoon, and he'd open it up, and he'd be in his robe still, and like, "What do you want?" I'm trying to sleep, and black in the sun. Guy was like white as Dracula. And I go, "Hey, we're starving. We need money." And he'd like reach in his pockets and throw money down. And it was a great rock. It was a really great progressive rock band. It was really good. Paul Taylor and a guy named Donovan Stark and his brother Brian Stark wrote all the songs.
Okay.
I wrote I helped write a couple things, but these guys, it was their brainchild. Anyway, that kicked around for a while, and then it was a spin-off from that. I had a band called Eric and the Rivals.
Okay.
Very apropos actually. Yeah. And that didn't work, and then I got a phone call. Picked up the old Princess phone, and it was John Nyman, who later on was a guitar player for Y&T, but he was Mile High.
Sure.
And I said, somehow we talked a little bit, and I go, "Man, let's start a band because I think you're a great player." And he goes, "Perfect timing. We lost one of the members of the band, or he's out. Yeah, let's do it." And so I was in Mile High for about a couple months and living in a warehouse on a broken waterbed. Struggle city, man. I slept on this waterbed in a loft in a warehouse where we rehearsed, and it was like, oh man, and I'd be covered with water, and I duct taped that one hole that was in the waterbed. Oh, it was me and a guy named Zeke Clark, who went on to work for Van Halen.
Okay.
The Sammy years, and Prince and everything. But Zeke and I were just we were roommates. He was the roadie. We had a guy, Zeke Clark and Hollis Thackeray, and they did everything.
Okay.
Big, huge guys, muscled guys. From Mile High, we got Herbie Herbert.
Oh wow.
Taking a look at us, and actually, the guy Sandy Einstein, who kicked me out of Kid Courage. He was working with Journey and Herbie Herbert then, which is what a small world,
Yeah.
So they took a look at us and they said, "Okay, we'll change your name," because I thought Mile High was a cool name. I wish we would have stayed with that. But we went with 415, the area code of San Francisco, and then Herbie said, "I'm going to get you a record deal, but I think I want to change it since Eric's writing all the songs, the lead singer." And all these bands, like at the time, Bryan Adams, Michael Stanley Band, Greg Kinn, everybody just had a singer name.
Yep.
And he goes, "Yeah, I want to call it the Eric Martin Band." And I love the name. The band didn't like it for some reason. I love telling that stupid joke. I remember the keyboard player, Dave, he was like, "This is unacceptable. I can't fucking stand this." And then Herbie was like, "Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out." He's like, that car ride back from we were living in a band house in Novato. I live in this area, and he was saying, "Oh, great! I just doubted myself. Yeah, nobody's going to come by anymore." When we said, "Oh yeah," so lived in the band house, and that drive back from San Francisco after we get told that we call it the Eric Martin Band. I was sitting in the rump. What do they call that? The seat way in the back of the station wagon.
Yeah.
And I'm like this. It wasn't my idea. And they're like, "Oh, this is fuck bullshit." And it was all quiet for weeks. And then we got a deal on Elektra Records. And it was like, "We are the Eric Martin Band." They were proud now. Nobody wanted to call it the Eric Martin Band. This guy, Jim Welsh, who was the art director, he came up with this logo, EMB.
Sure.
Yeah, and then it was like, we're EMB, because nobody wanted to say my name. I totally understand it. It's Mile High, and all of a sudden this asshole comes by and it's like, "It was the Thunder," and I didn't want to, man. I was just, fuck.
Did you ever have run-ins with Benny and Keith from Benny and the Jets?
Yeah, absolutely, because we had a drummer in 415 named Jimmy Hoagland, and he was in a band called, cool name actually, X-Ray Ted. X-rated, but X-Ray Ted.
Sure.
Thing. But Benny and the Jets had the drummer Troy Lucetta.
Sure.
And we stole him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go, "Do you want to come with us and play bigger clubs that, was sold out 200 people? Do you want to play the Hayward Vets?" So,
Frenchies.
Or do you want to just practice in the garage? And Benny was awesome. He was a great performer, singer, writer.
Yeah.
What a great rock and roll writer. Yeah, I'm sure there was some animosity, but it was only because of stealing the drummer or stealing, a Friday night spot.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know him really well.
Yeah.
I like every time I looked at him, I go, "Man, this dude's cool."
Yeah.
I mean, what a cool dresser. He kind of looked like kind of a miniature Rod Stewart to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the band they had this look, bass player, cigarette sticking out of his mouth.
Yep.
And all this really cool ass poodle hair,
Yeah.
And yeah.
When did Varney enter your world?
I knew him during the Kid Courage days.
Okay.
I met him then when I was about 18.
Playing at the MAB?
The Mabuhay Gardens as well. Yeah. And he was in a band called the Nuns.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know Moran. He used to have. I can't remember if he played guitar or bass. I think he played guitar.
In the Nuns, it was the bass.
The bass was the Nuns, right? And the guitar was Rock Justice or whatever.
Cinema,
whatever.
Yeah.
He played the bass, but he had like he'd wear these shirts down to here, and he had black circles around, like he put like football mascara down here.
Yeah.
He'd be like, but he was really, even then, he was a knowledgeable guy about music.
Oh, yeah.
He knew everything about music. He was a historian.
Yeah. And I know you worked with Neil Schon on the Teacher soundtrack, but you guys had never decided to put out a project or something?
No, I met Neil obviously from Herbie.
Yeah.
Herbie managed Journey, and so I started writing songs with Neil Schon. We got a movie soundtrack deal where from that I got a record deal on Capitol. So Neil was a gift horse to me.
Yeah.
Like almost maybe a mentor.
Yeah.
And then no, he was busy with the big band.
I know, but he has all kinds of side projects. HSAS.
No, I know. But that came later. I mean, like I was still doing my own thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Rock and roll, R&B,
All right.
pop band. No, it never really did anything right there. I mean, like, remember, where'd you grow up? around?
Between Marin and Concord area.
Okay, well, back in the late 80s and 90s, like every band that played Marin County, Uncle Charlie's,
Uncle Chuck's, yes.
New George's,
Yeah.
even like, well, Neil wouldn't venture out to the Lucky Lion, or anything, or that kind of thing. But he would come up on stage and jam with
Everybody.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I played all the time, so he would come up and play.
Okay.
Hey, this one time at Uncle Charlie's, at the end of the night, and they're putting chairs up at the table. And I go, thank you, it's our last song tonight.
Yeah.
And I saw Neil come in with some guy, looked kind of like a homeless guy, come walking in with like gray trench coat. And one of Neil's guys came up and he goes, hey, Neil and his buddy want to play a song with you. And I go, show's over, man. They're putting the chairs on the table. And he goes, it's Eddie Van Halen. I'm like,
oh, wow.
Take them chairs off the table. Let's go. So they kicked out about 100 people, and Uncle Charlie's only held like 250 maybe packed.
Yeah.
And so, but I thought that there was only like 60, 70 people left, and we came out and we played, and Eddie, man, he had his guitar, the whole thing, and there was a couple of drinks going on. Everybody, not me. I just came off stage. I hadn't started yet, but those guys had already crossed the finish line a long time ago. So they came up, and we played "You Really Got Me" for about 25 fucking minutes, man. Oh, dude, I sang the same three verses over and over. Girl, over and over. But it was amazing. I bet he thought he's looking at me, and I'm wearing a purple sharkskin suit. Swear to God, it was like purple pants, a black shirt, and purple jacket. I took my jacket off, and he's wearing this trench coat. He's wearing like dude. It looked like this. It looked like that, like that kind of
tweed,
like wool.
Wool tweed.
Yeah, and he's got this thing like what?
Like wool tweed.
Wool tweed, like kind of like I can't even explain it, man. It was just like this wool coat, really heavy.
Yeah.
And he's burning up. He barely even let Neil play, man. It was funny. But that was a classic moment. But Neil would always jam with us. Yeah. And then later on, I started working with Jonathan Cain.
Oh, okay.
Writing songs with him, and we actually did this is full circle here, but we played one of these BAM awards, and it was a tribute to Judy Davis.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, when she was still alive. It was her and her son George. I don't know if he was his son, but like he was a guy. He was like he'd answer the phones. He was kind of like the bookkeeper kind of guy. I mean, he was a main guy in the office.
Sure.
At Judy Davis lessons, but anyway, yeah, me, Jonathan. How about this lineup? Me, Jonathan Cain, my old buddy Mark Choley on bass.
Okay.
Mike Varney on guitar.
Oh, wow.
And Narda Michael Walden on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, and we played and we practiced. We played "I Just Want to Make Love to You," which was that's the Foghat version, but I wanted to do like a Zydeco, I don't want you. You're really bluesy and stuff. Yeah. And we only had like 10 minutes. Oh. So we played 2 songs.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we had I Just Want to Make Love to You, and the other one was
Blue Moon.
It wasn't Blue Moon.
Some Enchanted Evening.
Never sang Blue. No, it wasn't. Or Embrace Me.
Yeah, Embraceable You.
Did you take Judy too?
I didn't know, no, but I know a few people that have taken from her.
Oh, okay, cool. Embrace, like my sweet embraceable you. Fucking terrible. I hated it. So, but it helped. No, we played another song, and I can't remember. Oh, I think it was a song that we wrote for Judy. It was called "Voice in the Wind."
Okay.
Me and Jonathan. So we practiced at Jonathan's house, And then we went to, Narda's going to kill me for this, but we went to the BAM Awards, and it was at the Warfield. And Narda, like, we're all dressed in rock and roll clothes, and Narda comes out with an Indian chief, like, loincloth.
Oh, wow.
When he's moving around, his butt is showing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So he had a loincloth, moccasins, one of those cool war bead things, and a bonnet, the full thing. And he's up there, he's twirling his sticks, and we play I Just Want to Make Love to You.
Uh-huh.
And, like, you know, it's going past the 5-minute mark, and it went into, I don't think we did play the second song, because I think we did 10 minutes of just this one song. But I'm like, who's going to tell this, you know, Narda Michael Walden? I mean, gotta look, you know, like, exactly. Lead boots. I mean, come on, man.
Yep.
Yeah. You're going overtime. It's like, yeah, hell no. I would never do that.
Right on. Varney had a hand in getting you in Mr. Big, if I'm not
Big
mistaken.
time. Yeah, big time. So I was on Elektra Records with Eric Martin Band. Then I went to Capitol.
Yep.
Movie soundtracks, 2 albums, kicking around. Not really tour. I toured with Eddie Money a couple times. Here's another full circle moment.
Yeah.
A couple times doing college circuit around the United States, you know, a few months there.
Yep.
With all my favorite local musicians, me, Gigi Ganaway, who played with Mariah Carey, Danny Meblin, who I still see around, you know. Like,
right on.
Oh, dude. He plays in a band called Pop Fiction.
Yes, he does.
I named the name.
Did you really?
Yeah. He called me up and said, I can't think of a name thing. And I just watched the movie Pulp Fiction, and I go, Pop Fiction. And he goes, that's amazing. Danny Meblin, Mark Choli, Gigi Ganaway. And I had 3 singers. They were called Pastiche. They already was a jazz kind of singing group.
Yeah.
Then I had 2 more singers. Yeah, Renee was one. I can't remember. Danny Hall played saxophone with me. He'd been kicking around your area for a really long time.
How dare he?
He played in a band called Spangalang. It was kind of a funky saxophone thing. And then through my connection, he got to play on Raison Radio for Journey.
Yeah, yeah.
And Eddie Money, Take Me Home Tonight, whole kind of thing. And the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, my
God. But when we went on the road with Eddie, Danny didn't want to go out with us because he had other things going on. So we got another guy named Dan Lauder. And then Eddie Money hired Danny. Oh. And I'm like, God damn it. And then so Danny Hull goes, hey, man, I don't want to leave you in the lurch, man. Ask your other guy if I can come back and something like that. It didn't work out quite exactly like that. But Danny Hull played sax with me. But anyway, all these local musicians helped me over the years. Man, hey, I'm all over the place. What is the original question you just asked?
It doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't remember what it was either. You played the Blue Note here in Napa, like, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years?
No, you were asking me. Okay. You were jumping right into...
It was a Varney question.
No, it was about...
Mr. Big and Varney putting you in Mr. Big.
Oh, yeah, Mike. So, yeah. So I played with all those musicians and kicking around, but not really doing anything. And Capitol Records, dumped me.
How dare they?
And unfortunately, and then I was getting this possible deal where this guy wanted to turn me into the next Michael Bolton. And before you laugh, Michael Bolton and I were friends, actually.
Okay.
And I really loved his voice as
he was a fucking rocker.
When a Man Loves a Woman.
Yeah.
Like even in earlier days too, when he had an album called Fool's Game. I did one of his songs called I Can't Hold On, Can't Let Go. But anyway, good guy. But I didn't want to be the next Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
I wanted to be the next Eric Martin, right? So Mike Varney called me and said, hey, I like what you're doing, your R&B thing, but man, you need to be in a rock and roll band. You're a rock and roll singer. Billy Sheehan from David Lee Roth looking for a singer. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to. I've been fronting my own bands for so long that I was like, oh man, all right. But look, I can share my toys. I do like a band.
Yeah.
I do like it. But I wasn't into it at that time. I wanted to try to make it as a solo guy. And so Varney goes, well, you could talk to him yourself. And he was notorious for putting me on a party line, and Billy Sheehan called and yada, yada, yada. And Mike Varney got me in Mr. Big. And I've been telling him I think I might even call him right after this interview and say, did I say thank you?
Had he pitched other things to you before Mr. Big?
No. Pitched to have me play at the Bohemian Club in the Bohemian Grove. But no. Nope. Just we're just friends.
Yeah.
And I love talking to him because
he's great.
Way better. He smokes AI when it comes to anything to do with music, man.
Yeah. Certainly. And how many times have you sung on somebody's project or album or something and had to sign an NDA?
Wait, what is it? The NDA, like not talk about that person?
Like ghost singing.
Oh, no, never.
Never?
No, never. Everybody.
Are you only saying that because you can't talk about it?
No, I swear to God. I mean, if you know something I don't know, maybe I was like drugged or something and sang on somebody drugged me or something. No, most people wanted to. No. I mean, I've been around. There are some stories I can't tell you. Just out of there are some stories that I've seen some stuff that is like, no one wants to hear or talk about it, but nothing heavy.
Okay. And you were in Toto for like a minute and a half?
I don't know if I was in Toto, but like I rehearsed with him for about a week, 10 days.
Okay.
I wanted that gig so bad, man. And I blew it. I mean, I blew it with one guy, one of the main, Jeff, the drummer.
Yeah.
But, oh man. And they like me too. They really, Steve Lukather was pushing for me so bad. Shit, I couldn't handle, like I went to a club with those guys after a few rehearsals, and we went to see the Porcaro brothers' father play some music. And somebody brought a carafe of wine over to the table. And I was like, oh man, here we go. And I was nervous as hell.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with rock and roll session royalty.
Certainly.
Like just the best players ever.
Yeah.
And Lukather's in his cups, but he can handle it. And also they tolerate it. They did back in the day. It was like, oh, it's Luke, but me, new guy, I was like a couple drinks in and I was like, just funny, just trying to be funny and not being funny. God, man, everybody thinks they're so funny when they're drunk and they're not. They just look like a freaking bobblehead,
Yeah.
But I'm thinking in my back of my head, I'm like, I'm Shecky Green up here at the Catskills. And Luke laughed. That's because he's 2 sheets to the wind, just like I am.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was an off day. I didn't know I was being
judged,
scrutinized, or like this, this is it. But it makes sense. It's a personality audition.
Yeah.
They like me during the day at practice singing Hold the Line, going, hey, man, this dude could hit it. And I'm like, yeah, I could. But then it was like, I didn't feel the eyes of Laura Mars on me, at the table. Luke was like, hey, man, let's have another. And they're like, no, that's cool. And I'm like, no, I agree. So, the next day, man, it was the weirdest thing. We're at a Italian restaurant. I think it was called Michelli's, but it was in the valley, and there was like this big red, shiny, velvet sort of couch and a couple chairs at a table.
Oh wow!
And here's a couple chairs, and I think Jeff is sitting in the chair. But it felt like the whole band is sitting on this little sofa couch with me. Like, I'm like this.
Yeah.
And I got Paige, Luke is there, the Picaro, one of the Picaro brothers, manager. You know, it was like, I was like that. Weird. It was like, it should, I wish somebody had taken a picture because it looked like some kind of, like a Wes Anderson movie or something. I was like, and there I was. And each guy went outside to have a smoke with Jeff. Jeff was out there, and they're coming back, and I'm just talking, and Luke at the time, and he goes, "No, man, you're in this band, man. Do you want to be in this band?" I go, "Yeah, I do. I really do. I really, if you know, I would love to be in this band." And each guy went out, and then everybody came back to the table except Jeff, and they go, well, "What happened?" And he goes, "He had to go, and he had something going on at home." And I remember going, I blew it, didn't I? Because I was trying to be funny, and I was kind of, I might have taken the piss out of him. And I didn't mean to, but I was, you know, he was like kind of sizing me up, not laughing, not being, it was just like going, like that kind of shit. And I was like, what's going on there? You know, like I can't remember what I said, but I have nightmares.
Yeah.
I'm having a nightmare right now just thinking, going, oh, shit, what did I do to the great Jeff Porcaro? So Jeff goes, basically, yada, 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 we'll get back to you. And nobody ever got back to me. I saw it in a magazine, like Variety or Hollywood Reporter, and I was at either studio or the dentist office, I can't remember, and I just opened it up, and it was like lead singer Joe Williams, and you know, he got the gig or something to that effect. But and then I think I ran into Luke, and I go, "Man, how come you never call me and say that I didn't get this gig?" And they go, "Oh, man, I thought you knew that you didn't get this gig in your heart." So yeah,
you jammed with Eddie, but did you ever have any more interactions with him after that?
Eddie
Van Halen.
Yeah, but we're talking about Toto. What are you talking about?
The Damn.
Oh, the Eddie. Oh, the after Uncle Charlie's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had called me because when I played with when I was on Capitol Records, I had this guy Danny Korchmar. And Greg Ladani. They produced "Building the Perfect Beast" for Don Henley.
Okay.
And Don Henley would split the whole band. And singers and everybody and horn players, they would come over to my studio and play on my records. Right? And Korchmar ran into Eddie Van Halen at the David Letterman show.
Okay.
And said, "Hey, I got this kid, man. He'd be perfect for your band." And he called me a bunch of times, 3 times.
Wow.
And still, anybody ever? Yeah. So yeah, he called me and wanted me to get in audition for Van Halen. Anyway, I've told that story a million times. It's kind of a depressing story. I was excited that he called me, but I was so scared. And I've said the same joke before, and I don't, I go, "Those are mighty big clown shoes to fill," David Lee Roth, right?
Yeah.
But after I've said that joke a couple times, hey man, I don't want to take anything away from David Lee Roth. I felt like I was a great singer.
Oh, you are.
And David Lee Roth was a great singer for Van Halen.
Yeah.
But he was like one of the best showmen ever.
Yeah.
Next to, well, I mean, he wasn't a Robert Plant. He was a Freddie Mercury, if as an entertainer.
Sure. Yeah. And
man, I was awesome at Uncle Charlie's and New George's and opening to like my, some bands that I've opened to, but I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Even after all the experience that I had, I was green.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I choked.
Yeah.
And Mr. Big had played in Australia with Extreme. This is a few years ago, 5 years ago. And Gary Sharon comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, Eric," and we hug. And I go, "Man, you did it. You did it. You were brave enough to do it." And he goes, "Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm a singer. And I'm like, oh, God, crushed me. I wasn't ready.
I don't want to take too much more of your time. I appreciate you being with me for so
Oh, no,
long.
no. You're keeping me off the streets. I appreciate it.
Local shows? Are you going to do any local shows? Do you ever get the inclination to, like, just go down to Hot Monk and in your town right there, and like
I did once. I did a year and a half ago, I think. Danny Meblin was playing with Pop Fiction at the Hot Monk, and I drove over there just to watch him. And he goes, "Hey, I've asked you a bunch of times, but do you want to come up and sing?" I'm like, "Oh," and he goes, "We know To Be With You." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And so I sang To Be With You with Pop Fiction,
yeah,
and it was cool. It was like the singers are great.
yeah,
Felt like I'm the one who want you. It was like it wasn't like a Mr. Big thing or
yeah,
my folk rock thing that I do.
yeah.
It was like more like breaking on down, shopping with. It was funny, but then I played the Sweetwater a week and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
My buddies Monroe Grisman. He's in that band Petty Theft
Sure.
around here.
Yeah, yeah.
Monroe Grisman and his wife April Grisman had their birthdays are a day between each other, right? And they had a big birthday party blowout with all these musicians all over the Bay Area, not all over the Bay Area, but all over Marin County area, right?
Okay.
And I hadn't seen my songwriting partner Andre Pessis in a year or two since I've been on the road, and I saw him there. But I came up, it was planned. I came up and I sang 30 Days in the Hole,
Okay.
and then I did I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw.
Yeah.
Check this out, it's kind of funny. My wife played drums,
Oh, wow.
my ex-wife,
Oh, okay.
Denise.
Okay.
And she's a freaking slammer. I when we were married and we played together, and we did some solo tours, and I was like, she hated taking direction from a lead singer husband, and then I was like, come on, hard on her as a drummer.
Yeah.
But we played the Sweetwater gig, and I go, God, you're great. You're like, I mean, really great. I don't say that all the time. Pat Torpey was great.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
One of my favorite drummers. And no offense to Troy Laketta, but here's Pat, here's neck and neck Troy,
Yeah.
and then Denise right there, man. She is phenomenal.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway, yeah. And then she goes, "Yeah, you snooze, you lose, Martin." So.
And so when you go out and do these tours, do you have to do the tours? Like, is it financially relevant to you, or is it something you just want to do?
That's a rude ass question. All right, you mean am I still sleeping on somebody's couch?
Yes,
No.
that's what I mean.
No. Do I have to do? I mean, listen, married twice. Okay, I have 2 children in college.
Okay.
That I don't have to. I love my sons, and I would take care of them for the rest of my life. I don't care. I pour most of my money into my kids, right? But no, I'm good, man. I'm not. You know what I don't have though? I mean, I live in a condo, and the wife down the street's got the big house, right?
Yeah.
Which, understandable. Again, Mr. Fuck Up. But I like to buy a house.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm in yeah, man. Everybody I talk to that lives on the East Coast are like, "Are you stupid? Why do you live in California?"
Yeah.
What? Because California is awesome.
Yeah.
But it costs a lot of money here. But
Damn straight.
I want to buy a house. So, and my ego.
Yeah.
I love being out there.
That's what I'm talking about. Just for your head, you need to play for your head.
Exhilarating to play, concerts, and everybody, like Norm from Cheers. Everybody knows your name and everybody knows your songs.
Everybody knows your songs.
Yeah, and they cheer and they freak out, but it's kind of sad when you come back to the condo, nobody's here. Like, and you go, oh, was that an applause? No, that's just the washing machine washing 10 tons of black clothes.
Well, thank you, Eric. I appreciate your time. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
One time I was busking at the Oakland airport, and you hung out with me for a little while.
None of this, right?
No, I was busking. I was at the Oakland airport.
Oh, you're busking. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of remember that. I mean, like at the Oakland airport, there were, because I'd only seen that like a couple times.
Yeah.
That a guy that played piano. There was a guy who played acoustic guitar and singing.
Yep.
And I've only seen that a couple times, and you were out there. Yeah.
I was out there. Yep.
Dude, don't take it like that. Like, I know it's a struggle sometimes, but me and Dave, we've busked in so many tube stations in England. I mean, it's a lot of fun to do that.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
And it's dude, I started doing that, but in my early days, I went to Galileo High School for around the 11th grade.
Okay.
And after class or like after school every day, I walk down to Fisherman's Wharf and sing songs. Yeah, and make money. I wouldn't make that much, but maybe I'd make about $25.
Sure.
And
That's a lot.
Back then, Greyhound was $7 to go to Sacramento.
Wow.
And so, and I'd go for the weekend and go see my mother.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, but I did it for years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Call me anytime.
Okay. No, I won't be like Varney.
No, call me anytime. I really enjoyed talking to you, and you got a lot of shit out of me that I haven't. Thank you very much.
No. Please. Okay.
That's enough. Psychiatrist.
That's enough.
Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.
James, bye.
Thanks for listening to Have Guitar Will Travel. You can catch up on all the things I'm doing at thedeadlies.com, and I'm on all the social media platforms as well. And please support Vintage Guitar and all the wonderful things they do, because they do many, many wonderful things for us guitar players. Thanks. Please subscribe. Please tell a friend, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.